I'm Tom and you are watching me play Hollow Knight. In today's episode, you'll notice we're not in GodMaster DLC. The reason is because there's a hidden achievement that I have learned about. I was watching Hollow Knight videos and someone mentioned Mr. Mushroom, which I had no idea what that was. So I closed it because I didn't want spoilers. But then I realized that I'm probably never going to find what that is without looking up spoilers. So I looked up spoilers and I read a tiny bit. Apparently, in places where, like just throughout the map, you can find a guy called Mr. Mushroom, and you can talk to him if you have the Spore Shroom equipped. So we're going to equip the Spore Shroom and go find this Mr. Mushroom, and apparently you can talk to him in a couple of places, and it gives you an alternate ending, apparently, after you beat the game. So I guess I'm gonna go get that and then beat the game and see what this is. I'm just gonna cut to each location rather than actually making you follow it. I'm actually just gonna follow a guide to get to the locations. I believe the first one is in the, what's it called? The mushroom place. Which makes sense, I suppose. Ow. Alright, I'm gonna cut. I'll be with you in a sec. Alright, we're back. I found this. Warily shall we accept the will of the worm. Its prescience shields us. Fate and future we shall entwine. Huh. I saw this before and I thought it was really weird. Oh my god, is it because I have this equipped? It might be. This might be like the fungal, because like fungus is kind of alive. It's a weird kind of... Huh. Interesting. It has talked about like the king giving sentience to things. And it seems that the mushroom things are wary about said sentience for some reason or another. Interesting. Anyway, I'll cut again. I probably didn't need to cut, we were right there. Worms pull bugs into their thrall, till ages pass and kingdoms fall. Caps and shells may fall to dust, but Mr. Mushroom readjusts. Interesting. Okay then. It's nice that you were able to help your friend, so you're not hungry anymore? Yes, that was quite the appetite. I was impressed. Still, we all move on sooner or later. To greater things? Perhaps. So much can be achieved in such a short time. Oh, excuse me. I don't think he was talking to me, I think he was... Huh. Okay. I'm gonna cut again, and we'll be at the next location that he is, I guess. Huh. Alright then. Alright, we're back. I've had another one of these. This border bounds the twisting, scratching things. Their dead sire, once of honoured caste, their sealed mother, but the common beast. No peace with them we make. Talking about Deep Nest. Because this is the way that you can get into Deep Nest. There's a shortcut that takes you in there. What did that say? Scratching things, yeah. Their dead sire, once of honoured caste. Their sealed mother, that's talking about Hera, but the common beast. So the mushrooms aren't going to make peace with... Yeah, okay. The mushrooms won't make peace with the things of what's it called? Deep Nest. Their dead sire. Once of honoured caste. They're talking about the king, I suppose? These mushrooms are really intriguing. And it's crazy that I missed this entire thing last time. Alright, we're back. I found another one of these. Pity those bugs. Minds locked. Thoughts trapped in solitude. Faint shadows of an idea are the words that attempt its utterance. Faint shadows of an idea are the words that attempt its utterance. Interesting. So I guess the mushrooms have a hive mind. That seems to be indicating to me anyway. Which would make sense, I suppose. If I was going to give any mind to a bunch of sentient mushrooms, hive mind are probably the way to go. Hey everyone, so we're back. On the walkthrough they said there was... Oh. A secret. I need soul. God damn it. These guys infinitely respawn, so you can get soul. That's good to know. So we go in here. Apparently there's a thing down here. I don't know if it's down here. It just said the bottom right-hand side of Kingdom's Edge, which is where we are, by the way. We are like... here-ish? But there's apparently a tablet, which will tell you where Mr. Mushroom will go, which is cool. Well, there's even further down. And I need even more soul to be able to get down there. Which honestly is kind of a hassle, but I'll deal with it. Fall down here. Fall down here. Down here. Well, I have to go back up there to see if I missed anything, obviously. Interesting. We speak the path of the Master Herald, he who would signal an age's end. Spawn of self, their minds unite, aside the source of acid blight. Aglow in darkest, winding depths, winding all, howl above fossil stone steps. Monarch flies in air set still, to root's domain and snail once shrill. Path of worm at new lands entered, their journey's end and kingdom ventured. The spawn of self their mind unite, aside the source of acid blight. Aglow in darkness, winding depths. Winds all howl above fossil stone steps. Monarch flies in the air set still, to root's domain and a snail once shrill. Huh. It's like a poem of some description, but I assume it's kind of alluding to where he'll be, but I'm having trouble figuring out what exactly that means. Shouldn't have wasted that soul, but I did. Even further down. It's absolutely insane. Yeah. There, I got him. Let's go so far down. Also, it's an amazing secret that I didn't find, and I kind of love it. Even further. Is this just an enormous geodeposit? It looks like an egg, interestingly. It looks like a massive arcane egg. How much was that, like 300-ish? Huh. Is that all that's down there? I guess so. It's like kind of down to the level of abyss. And you're actually getting a lot of the kind of abyss shit in like the graphics behind, which is really cool. Alright. Well, we got ourselves a poem. I'm not sure what that means. I guess I'll cut to the next Mr. Mushroom location after I figure out where it is. Alright, we're back. We're in Kingdom's Edge. We are here. I gave up trying to figure out what the riddle meant, and I instead just looked up the wiki. I was on the wiki anyway to actually find the riddle in the first place, but I decided to just use the wiki to actually find all his locations, because it'll just take me too long otherwise. So we're right here, is where this guy is. I think we have to do these in order, I'm not sure. That's the same thing you said last time. Shouldn't trust the eye they gave you, rely on your own instincts. If you've got a keen nose, use it. And whilst you're hunting for secrets, beware those who are hunting you. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, he seems to be talking to somebody else, and then like he notices we're there and he's like, oh, excuse me, and then he leaves. Huh. Weird. Alright, the next one's apparently in Deep Nest, so I'm gonna cut and I'll be at Deep Nest. Alright, and we're back. So on the map we are in here. It's in the room where we fight Galeon. It is... There's Galeon's body right there. And it's just to the left of him and he's right here. The dead can't make use of wealth in any case. What would they spend it on? Yes, a big brood like that, they need food and shelter and toys. If you keep some for yourself, well, I think you deserve it, yes. Oh, excuse me. He's certainly, like, definitely talking to somebody else. Apparently the next one is in Howling Cliff. Yeah, up in Howling Cliffs, so I will meet you there, I suppose. Okay, and we're back. So he's in the Howling Cliffs is where we are, and we're in Oro's house? Or Mato? Oro or Mato, one of them. Up here, in his actual house. And he's right here. Something very weird about this character. What was called a hero in its moment may be called something very different after time has passed. The crimes and triumphs of our predecessors echo all around us, don't they? The chains of fate that bind us all together. Do you really want to break them? Oh, excuse me. Alright, so the next one is apparently in the Ancient Basin. Also, having, like, now I know where all of these are, the poem actually makes a lot more sense. Like, it's the kind of thing where, like, after you know where it's talking about, it's kind of obvious where they are. Like, the line in the poem about talking about, like, monarch wings or something. We got the monarch wings down in the Ancient Basin, so, like, it's a fairly... Oops, I did not want to go back in there. It's a fairly, like, obvious way to actually find where he is in a lot of these things. But it's one of those things where it's really obvious after the fact, but beforehand I'm like, is it? Anyway, I'll cut and we'll be at the Ancient Basin. Alright, we're back. So we are in the Ancient Basin. We are like... like here? Thereabouts? Just past where you fought, the broken vessel, i.e. Lost Kin. Well, if things are getting too dangerous down there, maybe it's time to take a break. Come back up and spend some time hunting or gathering, or wandering aimlessly. I kind of put both of those words together in my head. No, not too much longer now. Oh, excuse me. The next is in Fog Canyon, so I guess I'll go back to Fog Canyon. This is a really weird character. He's clearly not talking to me, he's clearly talking to somebody else. And it seems like, from what I gathered from those mushroom spore lore thingies, I think, the mushrooms seem to have, like, a hive mind, so they can all communicate with each other, which I assume he's just talking to other mushrooms? It's like mushroom telephone, I suppose. Telekinetic, or telepathic, telephone. Very strange. Anyway, I'll cut again. Alright, we're back. Also, this area here is exactly the area where I was really confused that there was an area here with nothing in it. It's because this guy comes here, obviously. Where we are, by the way, is the little, like, black gate to get down into Queen's Garden is right here. So we're underneath, the overgrown mound. We're just, like, right there. I haven't seen her, no. I'm sure you remember where you left her eventually. Trust the moon, or yourself, or trust her. You need to trust something, that's my point. No, not him. No, absolutely not. Oh, excuse me. Okay, and the next is at King's Pass, apparently. So, I guess I'll teleport back there. Alright, we're back at King's Pass. This is like literally where we start the game. It's like, right here. So it's just where you fall at the very start of the game, and he's just right there. It's not by tools that you'll triumph, it's through your smarts, your speed, your determination. Oh, I see. So you've been following me around then. I hope my travels haven't distracted you. Then again, a meandering journey still has meaning. It is, after all, from a journey we find our purpose. Though a stop is more than just a stop. And my, if those stops can't be lovely things, wouldn't you say? Transcendent plateaus, distant sandy lands, vast ancient kingdoms. Yours was not the first, nor will it be the last. But it's a unique and special thing nonetheless. Transcendent plateaus, distant sandy lands, vast ancient kingdoms. Yours was not the first, nor will it be the last. It's talking about Hallownest and like the civilization. Now, with my duties here finished, it's time I made graceful departure. Till next time, my friend. 'Tis a long road we tread, but a joyous one. Until our paths cross again. Well, that was certainly odd. I think that's the end of the quest. I think the only thing we need to do now is actually go and kill Hollow Knight and like finish the game. I don't know if you have to get the true ending or you can do it with the easier one. I'll do the easier one. Hey, we're back again. I was making my way through the area and I run through Blue Lake. Earl is here. Again we meet, my short friend. Here at last, I feel at peace. Twice I've seen this world, and though my service may have stripped the first experience from me, I'm thankful I could witness its beauty again. Hallownest is a vast and wondrous thing, but with as many wonders as it holds, I've seen none quite so intriguing as you. My flattery returns only silent stoicism. I like that. I like that very much. Incredible. Huh. I got another achievement, that's cool, I guess. And sit with Gruel for a while. It's actually a really... I assume that's like just the end of his story. I'm gonna dream nail him. To live and age, yet remember so little. Perhaps I should be thankful. All tragedy erased. I see only wonders. Huh. Quite sad. I'm gonna reload the area and see if anything happens. Huh. Interesting. He's left his nail behind. That could imply a couple of things. Either he's died, which is a possibility, or he no longer feels the need for his nail, and he's gone to explore without it. I like to think the latter, but I think probably it's trying to imply the former. That he's actually... his purpose is served, and therefore he no longer needs to continue living. I also really like that story point because we're in Blue Lake, right here, which is the water that's dropping down into the City of Tears. And I remember when we actually like met him in the City of Tears, he was like, "Oh, I wonder where all this water's coming from. I really hope I get there one day to see where it comes from," or something similar to that. So we finally got to see where all the water comes from. Huh. I really love that story point. That's really good. Huh. Anyway, I guess we're gonna go kill Hollow Knight again. That's sad and happy at the same time. It's a really cool story point. I like it a lot. Anyway, I'll cut. Oh. There is a scene afterwards, okay. Passing of the age. Huh. The fuck? That's not half creepy. To be continued. Interesting. So... I'm intrigued. I guess... the idea behind that is the fact that, like, he seems to be like a herald of the end of the world. That's what he seems like to me. Which is really weird. Like, not the end of the world, like the end of a kingdom? Because he was, like, talking about, like, how there were many before you, there will be many after, but the stops are always worthy of visiting or something like that. So maybe he, like, just is, like, super, super old and he just, like, observes all this shit? I don't know. That's gonna be it for this episode. I'm gonna do my outro while I'm making my way back to, Godhome. But thank you for watching. If you like the video at any point, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. So that's a couple of achievements down, that's really nice. Both very weird achievements. I really like the one with Quirrell, that was really cool. The other one is, it's very strange. The lore significance of it seems deep, and also, like, equally I would be more than... like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was just completely fucking random, but... it's very strange. Alright, I need to get to Godhome. What's the quickest way to get to Godhome? And we're back. I was finding my way back to Godhome, and the weird hermity thing here... hey, Godhome. He's over here. Strange thing lurking, waiting. Mother's treasures, too scary. Go away. Oh, interesting. So I guess because the can't see me, can't smell me. Oh, mother. He's worried about the she. I don't really know. Worried about this thing because it's. Can't come down and get the treasure. Interesting. This is the real Godseeker. What draws thee here, crawler? Faith? Fear? Or do thee also seek the gods? Here, heart of the kingdom. We listen for them here. But some gods are distant still. Must be woken. Take the god tuner and seek ye the gods. Seek. That they may find their way. Tune to mind, tune to home. Reward. As reward for thine services, you shall be allowed to linger here. Linger and gaze. Linger and gaze on our magnificent shell, our overpowering beauty. Hollow nest, even fading a glorious land of gods. Never, never, the gods will never die. Interesting. I assume I get back into Godhome by going that? Yeah, okay. So Godhome is all in this bug's mind, which is really fucking strange. Alright, but that's going to be it for this episode. Oi, oi, oi.